Hey guys, William here with a brand new video for the first time in well over a year. I decided it was time to jump back on YouTube, and what better way to return than with a gaming controversy. It seems to be all the rage these days. The lucky game in this one will be World War II because of course I've been playing it lately, though less and less each week it seems. A chunk of this video is going to be about the recent issues surrounding sprint out times in Mitochondria's official statement on the matter. But I also want to touch on the larger issue that seems to be going on with this game, which is that it honestly seems like Sledgehammer is neglecting user feedback in general and ignoring simple changes and fixes that are very much wanted and or needed even. Okay, so by now you may have heard about the sprint out time debate. A lot of people have called for sprint out times to be faster, some people do think they are fine, and Mitochondria released a statement on the matter. I'll put a link to his full statement below, but here are a few snippets. In past Call of Duty games, the dexterity perk made the ADS time out of sprint faster. In some cases, plus 50% faster than without dexterity. This made it a crutch perk and by far the most used perk in those games. The question for us became, do we want a crutch perk that also makes the gameplay faster? Our answer was no. I of course agree with a lot of his statement, but here's why. It mostly talks about sprint out time reductions like we want a basic training or division to bring reduced times into the game. He doesn't want to do that, and I absolutely agree. We do not need a dexterity perk. We do not need a crutch perk that would force everyone to use to be competitive. What I don't understand about his statement is that people have not been asking for this. I have seen plenty of discussions about sprint out times that just want an across-the-board reduction. I share that opinion. I can't recall a single discussion asking for a basic training or division-specific perk that reduces sprint out times. So this part of his statement just seems odd. It's almost like they haven't actually been paying attention to the feedback we have been giving. Here's another snippet. Additionally, a main design pillar we had in this game was boots on the ground in a World War II era. That meant more than just not having boost jump and an arsenal of speed buffs. It also meant a return to an overall more strategic and slower pace of conflict. I agree that boots on the ground means we should have a slower pace of conflict. Obviously, this makes a lot of sense. Call of Duty games have gotten progressively faster over time and occasionally slow things down a bit, but they haven't slammed on the brakes like World War II has. Sledgehammer seems to love dramatic entries to the franchise. They took us airborne and advanced warfare with extremely fast gameplay and vertical movement, and brought us back down to the ground with some of the slowest gameplay we've had in Call of Duty. That's right, the issue here isn't the slowed down gameplay, it's that it's slower than World at War, a World War II game, and slower than Modern Warfare. You don't increase the speed limit on a highway from, let's say, 55 to 75 miles per hour over the course of 10 years, and then drop it down to 45 miles per hour the next year. May not be a perfect analogy, but you can see my point. I can get behind slowing it down, but why so much? Why so abruptly? Even health regeneration is awfully slow and worse than previous Call of Duties. The gameplay that's been playing in the background of this video is a testament to just how much these sprint out times force a gameplay style. I do not like sprinting or rushing in this game at all. I'm forced into this very slow playstyle that seems a little boring. I can go 30-3 in this match by playing this way, but I prefer to rush and be a little more aggressive. I've gotten caught sprinting so much that I know the odds of me winning a gunfight against a stationary target are pretty low. So Mitochondria, if you are by any chance watching this video, why don't you take another look at every other boots on the ground Call of Duty in the past 10 years, none of them were this slow. We don't want a basic training or division perk to have faster sprint out times, we want an across the board reduction. And while you're at it, why not take a second look at health regeneration? I know you guys are all gung-ho about this slow gameplay, but this is almost unbearable. Now I want to talk briefly on the larger issue I mentioned at the beginning of this video, which boils down to neglecting feedback and ignoring fixes. It's over halfway through January. Why is the spectator glitch not fixed? This is absolutely ridiculous. Why is the audio bug not fixed? I understand I need to know when they've planted a bomb on my ammo supply, but seriously, this seems like an easy fix since it's 100% reproducible. Another small and simple one, can we not have the headquarters menu option swapped with the public match option? So people stop accidentally going into headquarters and then getting frustrated with it? Either that or some sort of prompt verifying that we want to go into headquarters. I know it's just a small issue, but that's exactly my point. It's a small issue that could have a small and simple fix. What about PC players that had to deal with the winter bribe issue? No compensation whatsoever and a pretty pathetic explanation. Has Sledgehammer really just kind of given up on community feedback and gotten lazy? The response to the sprint out time has me thinking so. I, for one, am getting frustrated with how often it seems voices have gone unheard unless Michael Condrey feels like giving out some sarcastic jab that has become seriously obnoxious. When it comes down to releasing new content to bloat supply drops, of course, it's released right on schedule with no issues. Sure, thanks for all of these emblems and pistol grips I didn't want and will never use. I can't wait for the next content release when we get 4 new guns and 100 new emblems and grips. I'm going to end this video with saying that I do still enjoy this game. I would just enjoy it a little more if we had reduced sprint out times, faster health regeneration, and some fixes for all of these simple things that people have been asking for. Well, I hope you guys will be here for my next video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And of course, share this with as many people as you can. We need everyone speaking out, and hopefully we'll eventually be heard. I'll see you next time.